What's up, YouTube? It's Kenny again. I wanted to make a video today about a stock that I'd like for you to put on your watch list and consider. I'm thinking about making a short-term play on this stock. I am not real excited about playing anything long-term with it right now at the price it's at. But the stock is CLII. It's a SPAC that's going to merge in Q2 with EVgo, which is an EV charging station company. Now, before we get started, as usual, I want to just say I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a truck driver driving across the country researching and trading stocks. I am not your mama. I will not be held responsible for any moves you make in the stock market. Hit that subscribe button, guys. If you enjoy the content, subscribe, help grow the channel. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it, and leave me a comment and tell me what you think about what I've got to say about this stock. So CLII is the ticker symbol. This is a SPAC that announced a couple of days ago a merger with EVgo, which is an EV charging station. Now, there has not been a ton of hype on YouTube about it yet. Jack Spencer Investing made a video about it, which is what turned me on to it. As I began researching it through YouTube, there are not very many big YouTubers making videos about this yet. However, they spoke about it on CNBC. Kramer and another guy had a conversation about it that I watched. And also the day before that, the CEO, Kathy Zoy, was on CNBC as well talking about it. So in the Jack Spencer video, he talks about how they've got a really small amount of chargers, only 700 of these DC fast chargers in the US. But Kathy Zoy, the CEO, said that they have over 220,000 chargers on their network. Okay, so which one of those is accurate? You know, the CEO, she's probably talking about not just standalone charging stations, but she's probably incorporating other numbers in there, other companies' chargers that may be on their network, or home charging and stuff like that. Okay, so I'm not sure where we're at with those numbers, but like I said, I'm looking for a short-term play on this. So EV chargers are hot. Okay, they're hot, and this was just announced. It ran up like 70% on Friday, up to $22 a share. Okay, now something happened. Okay, over the weekend we had one of those short seller lawsuit things that happens with just about every SPAC come out. So there's a potential we could see a drop, and you know how these things do. They when the announcement's made, they run up, and then a lot of times they come back down before they start going up again. So I'm looking for that. I'm looking for that dip down below $20 or around $20 to buy some of this stock. Okay, and then I'm looking for a run up to 30 or 40, because you see what these charging stocks have been doing. I mean, SBE has been up in the 50s. Blink has been up toward 50. They're both like up in that 40 plus range. Okay, and this one right now sitting at 22. Now, it is true that if we go by the 700 DC fast charging numbers, that they're even smaller than Blink, and Blink to me is like way too high than what it should be. I mean, Blink doesn't have that many chargers, and they're trading higher than ChargePoint, than SBE. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. But when we're talking about these types of companies, okay, it's what I've said. Retail investors and hype can move these stocks. And I can see this stock pushing up to that $40 range, just like these other EV charging SPACs and companies, regardless of whether the company is worth that. Okay, because in my opinion, right now, the company is not worth that. But we're looking at the future and where things could go. Now, this company, EVgo, has just done a deal with GM. Okay, I just talked about GM and how hard they're focusing on EVs. And they just did a deal with this company for what it was like 2,700 more charging stations. Okay, this company EVgo, that's going to, like, what, triple, quadruple their number of chargers, and the company is, according to the CEO, they're pretty focused on putting these charging stations at like grocery stores and stuff like that, to where people can charge while they're going about whatever they were already going to do. Okay, now here's the thing about EVgo. Okay, a lot of these other ChargePoint, Blink, these are like level 2 chargers, and they have some of the level 3 charging, I believe. But so the EVgo hook is that they have these DC fast chargers that are way faster to charge a vehicle. They can charge Teslas, they can charge pretty much all the brands, and they say that 40% of Americans are within 10 miles of one of their stations right now with the small number of chargers they have. Looking at the map that shows where their chargers are, it looks like the majority of them are up in the Northeast, and a bunch of them in California. There are some down in the Southwest in Florida, and up in that area, Southeast Florida, and up above that, Georgia, and up in that area, and very sparse throughout the middle. And then in the middle, the northern middle, there's pretty much nothing. But there's not a lot of population in some of those areas. I like the fact that they did a deal with GM. I like the fact that they've been talking about them on CNBC multiple times. Okay, it's about to go down with this company, in my opinion. So like I said, I'm going to be looking for a dip to try to get in. I'd like to get in below $20. If I can catch it in the 19s, I'm going to scoop some up for sure. We'll just have to see how it behaves on Monday. I'd like for you to put this in your watch list and pay attention to what it does Monday. If you're interested in this kind of short-term hype play, I'm not a financial advisor. I won't be responsible. Do your own research. Make your own decisions, okay? I'm just telling you what I'm going to do and saying that I would think that you should put this in your watch list. We've seen all of these. I'm up 100% on SBE, okay? And I got in it at that same level, around $20. I traded Blink multiple times when it was down $7, $8 for a little small profits months ago, and man, do I wish I would have held on to some of that, because even though it's a smaller company, it's trading for more than SBE is right now. So the hype is coming on this stock. Most of the videos that I see, the Jack Spencer video has like 8,000 views or something. Most of the other videos that I see are those videos in those 300 and 400 range. So we might have an opportunity to get in before the big run up happens. Granted, like I said, there was already a big run up when the announcement came. The CNBC, all that stuff, the announcement came, and there already has been a big run up. But that was just the initial run up, and now I kind of expect it, especially with this short seller lawsuit that just came out, I kind of expect it to start tapering back down and give us a good spot to potentially get an entry for a swing trade. Do I think the company will stay up there around that $40 range like Blink and ChargePoint have done? It's a real possibility that it could. That doesn't necessarily mean that the company is worth that right now, but as we see with a lot of these growth companies, and especially in the EV sector and clean energy, a lot of these things are trading for expensive valuations compared to what they're actually worth now. The market is forward looking. Retail investors right now are really hyped up about all of these stocks, and they are very forward looking. They're investing in these for the future. I'm looking for a short-term trade. If I can catch it real low, if it comes back pretty low, I may put a few shares in my long-term portfolio, because that's just how I roll. But it won't be many. I've got like 5 shares of SBE over there that are up 100%, but that's because I don't have a lot of money to put in that account. But for my Roth IRA for swing trading, I think this is a good candidate to get a swing out of, maybe a really good swing possibly. So put it in your watch list. Do your own research, guys. I'm not your mama. Do your own research, make your own decisions. Think about, what potential hype is coming, what could happen with this stock. Keep an eye on it, and good luck. Again, hit that subscribe button if you like the content. We're going to see how this one does. If you know, like the video, leave me a comment, tell me your thoughts on it, anything you know that I may not have mentioned here. Of course, I don't go real deep and show charts and investor presentations and all that stuff. That's up to you. You go do that. So like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.